chat a little bit with you about this trip here to Ethiopia. It's been fantastic so far. We've got, I think about 5 more days left here in Ethiopia. I am wilding out. Uh, it's kind of crazy. I'm eating with my hands, y'all. This is something new to me. But you know, Ethiopian food, that's what you do. You really eat with your hands. I am having some injera, uh, beef tips and injera. So I thought I'd do that. Beef tips and injera, a little conversation with y'all. I'm just getting it out of the pot here. If you haven't been to Ethiopia, I definitely recommend it and share with you what it's looking like. And a little bit that. This is the injera here. These are the beef tips. Comes with this nice little pot and a nice little hotel hanging out. And it's pretty dope though. But if you haven't been to Ethiopia, I definitely recommend you put it on your list. Listen, eating with your hands is not something that I am accustomed to doing, but when in Africa, do as the Africans, right? Um, all I can tell you is it's fantastic. We went, so we're staying in Addis Ababa. I'm trying to still get that name right. That is the capital city of Ethiopia. There's 4 million people here. Um, it's probably one of the cleanest cities I've seen. Um, but again, we're downtown, near the financial district and all that good stuff. But today we left Addis Ababa and went off into rural Nigeria. We're going to Nigeria later in this year, but we're going off into rural Ethiopia, and we actually got a chance to watch how they make the injera, right? So the injera is kind of like a pancake-like substance. Is the only way that I can really put it. But it's grown from teff, right? So it's like imagine like wheat fields, but then they grind it up into this powder, and they go through this whole procedure of creating the injera. I got that all filmed. I'll get this posted here sooner or later. I mean, over the next couple of days. I am trying to enjoy the trip and learn as much as I can, but my team makes fun of me because they call me bougie, right? And they say I wouldn't eat with my hands. So this is proof to the team that I've been reformed here in Ethiopia. But it's absolutely delicious. Again, these are beef tips here. That's the Injera. Don't judge me for drinking the Heineken. I was drinking the local beer a minute ago. I give you this little pop to keep it warm. And man, anybody, have y'all ever eaten any Nigerian food? I'm like, why is it saying Nigerian food? Ethiopian food. Listen, it is delicious. Um, I've had it before a couple of years ago. I wasn't um, eating it regularly, but I'm in the Chicagoland area. So if y'all know of any Ethiopian spots in Chicago that you recommend, please let me know. Drop them in the comments. Um, Let me know what your favorite dish is. So we learned how they made injera. Um, then we went and seen how they made. Oh man, I forgot the name of it, but it uses banana leaves, right? So they take these banana leaves, shave off like this, almost like a cream off of it. Then they roll it up and they bury it for 50 days. And then obviously they're rotating it because they eat this daily. But then they pull it out and then they fry the banana leaf, right? And it creates like this cake. It looks something like injera, but it tastes completely different. Um, that was like quite an experience. So it's like it's cool because on these Sankofa experiences, we go obviously into the big cities and have that experience and see the parts of Africa that are never shown in the Western world. Right, all they show you is crime and poverty and tell you it's the worst place ever. And be safe when you go over there, right? Um, but Ethiopia is fantastic, right? But we got off the beaten path today and went into the villages and went into the homes, seeing how they live. networking and building with the people. I can tell you this, that the Ethiopian people are some of the friendliest people on the planet. We have felt nothing but love here. As Africans in America, I can tell you personally, they look just like us. Like if you spoke the language and had the accent, like it would be difficult to tell us any apart from one another. Um, but I definitely recommend this trip for anyone interested in expanding and connecting with the motherland. But yeah, I mean, we got your boy out here eating with his hands. This is like bananas to me. But I am enjoying it 1,000%. All of our trip mates are seeming to enjoy the trip as well. I'll start getting some gathering interviews and getting their insights on things tomorrow. We've been here since Wednesday. It is Saturday night here. We're 7 hours ahead of Eastern Standard Time, which is wild. It took me a while to get adjusted to the time zone. So if you come, I recommend you staying at least come like a day early, um, or at least land early on that first day of the trip, so that you can have a chance to try to get your bearings right after the flight. It was a 13-hour flight. I took a direct flight using Ethiopian Air, direct flight from Dulles, out of Washington D.C. Um, yeah, it was dope. So 13 hours. It sounds like a long time. It was a couple of movies, couple of meals, and a couple of naps, and we landed. Right. I didn't really sleep a lot because we left at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and then landed at basically midnight Eastern Standard Time, but it's 7 hours ahead. So we landed at 7 a.m. here. The lights out. It was wild. What's up to good people in the comments? I see y'all down there. Appreciate y'all. What's up, King? Yeah, man. What I gonna tell you? Oh, the wild thing is it is 2017 here. So 2025 in America, they use a different calendar. So it is 2017. So it's 8 years ago, so to speak, here. And the joke is always, you're 8 years younger when you're here, which obviously isn't true, because if it's 8 years ago, that means you were born 8 years prior to your birth year as well. So here I go thinking too much. Can't even handle the joke, right? But this is Injera with beef tips that I'm eating today. Mm, so you ain't gotta watch me eat. I'll let you see a bit of the hotel. Never fair, man. So it's just a bar area. But they got an outside bar over here. I think you can see the bar there. Nice outside area. It's about Mm, it's at night, so it's probably about 65 degrees tonight. Temperature's been in the 80s while we've been here. So not too hot. It's been breezy. Um, it is required that you have the yellow fever vaccination to protect you against the mosquitoes. But I can tell you, we haven't seen a lot of mosquitoes. I took the yellow fever vaccination back in 2017. That was my first time coming to Africa. So supposedly it lasts 10 years. And then they're talking about making it a one and done and not having to renew every 10 years. Um, just something to think about if you're interested in coming to Ethiopia. It's going to be a requirement unless you have a doctor's excuse, right? I don't want to. I don't know if that's good enough. I mean, you can give it a shot. But if you're aging or if you have some sort of health complication, you can easily get the doctor's waiver. I know my father came for the first time when he was 87, but we were in Ghana. They required the yellow fever, but because he was 87, they just felt like it wasn't worth his health risk. Oh yeah, I'm good. Yeah, thank you. Um, so he got an easy waiver. We rolled into the country. It was no big deal. You do need a visa to come. Well, at least American citizens. I don't know where y'all are watching this from. You do need a visa to come in. It's pretty simple. It's an online process. It's not like Ghana. Ghana, you have to actually mail off your passport, which is nerve wracking for people. But Yes, it was a seamless process. It was pretty easy. I forgot how much it cost. I think it was like $50, something like that. Yeah, but you can get over here. But I can just tell you, like, the West is always lying to us about what's happening on the planet. Yeah, 'cause when every time you come to Africa, people, oh my God, you better be careful. It's so dangerous, as if we're safe in America. Like, I don't know. It's like, man, that Stockholm syndrome is something else. If y'all know what Stockholm syndrome is, right? We'll have that conversation later. But it's something else, man. When you get over here, these people are welcoming to great customer service. That's all I've ever seen around here. Um, they're accommodating, they're polite, especially when you try to learn the language, right? You can just see people's eyes light up, right? So wherever you go, try not to be a typical American, right? Speak English, you speak American, right? You hear that ignorant stuff that they say. And, English ain't even an American language, right? It's the language of the English. Anyway, just forget about all of the negativity that they're telling you. And then here's the wild thing about it. They're telling you it's dangerous and don't come. But I don't know if you noticed when I paying that, everybody here wasn't black and African, right? I had multiple conversations with people for all over Europe that are here, talking about how they come regularly. They're doing business in the country. They're doing business on the continent, and they're telling you to stay home. They're telling you it's dangerous, but they're over here because they understand that Africa has always been the crown jewel of the world. It's us. I'm talking about Africans in America, particularly, that seem to be confused about this. I hope you wake up. I plan to do my part to show you. Through our platforms that everything they say ain't what it seems, and there's actually so much opportunity that is happening on the planet. The average age on the planet is on the continent. Excuse me, the average age on the continent is 19 years old, um, and it is estimated that over the next 35 years, Africa is going to see where Africa is going through the Industrial Revolution. Hopefully, you understand that right now. But America went from poverty, went from a nobody to a world class during their Industrial Revolution, when 35 million people were lifted from poverty to the middle class. Well, what's happening in Africa over the next 35, 40 years is the estimates are anywhere from 350 to 500 million people on the continent are going to go from poverty to the middle class. So if 35 million people can make you a world power, just imagine what 10 times can do. And those estimates are supposedly on the low end. There's already over a billion people on the continent, and it's climbing. I just hope my people understand what is transforming and happening. And y'all know what's happening at home with your boy Trump and what he's doing, and driving the economy down. I don't know what the hell is going to happen. I can tell you this: I'm happy that I have dual citizenship. I would advise that you look into ways to get that for yourself. I'm looking to collect another passport, to be honest with you. When I learned about Panama, check this group out. Listen, right? A whole group of Europeans over here doing business on the continent and telling you it's dangerous. It's interesting. Like, don't listen to what people say, listen to what they do. Um, they're telling you one thing and doing another, right? But this has been a long pattern and trick that somebody has been trying to pull on us forever. But anyway, I learned about Panama being if you have $1,000 in basically portfolio income, you got a retirement check coming in on a monthly basis, you can get attain citizenship in Panama. I'm going to look into that. I don't have a retirement check. I am an entrepreneur. I have to make my own, so I just need to figure out what those stipulations are going to be. Um, but I don't trust what's happening in the country. I am not tied to the geopolitical borders that have been drawn. I view myself as a citizen of the world, and I'm interested in engaging the world. I want to do business in the world. I want to travel the world. I want to be a part of what is happening, not just in one little corner of the planet. It's a big, wonderful world out here, man. I just want my people to get outside and try to traverse it and engage it on your own. It's not as frightening as it seems. And if you travel with a group like ours, right, for Sankofa Experiences here at Urban Intellectuals, we've laid the groundwork, right? Like we know where to go, where not to go. We got the people and the logistics set up. Um, it's just a great opportunity to get out and explore the world, see the continent, demystify it, break the boundaries, break the barriers for your family. Because a lot of our travel people say when they go, oh, my family's so concerned. And why do you want to go there? Oh my God, it's so dangerous. Now, never mind, these are people that have talking that have not set foot on the continent, don't know anything about what's happening here, but they're listening to Western propaganda. But at the same time, when you say, oh, I'm going to Paris, or I'm going to Italy, or I'm going to Dubai, and everybody's like, oh my God, it's so beautiful, enjoy yourself. And like literally, the history of these people on the planet has been uh, destroying Black and African people, building their civilizations on your backs. But somehow that's a safe environment, and this one is a dangerous one. Man, we gotta wake up. But I always say, travel changes you, travel opens your eyes, and gets you to realize that somebody's lying to you. And I can tell you that the rest of the world is interested in working together. I'm under no delusion that we're coming to spend real money and dollars over here, so people are, friendly and accommodating. But isn't that what happens when you come to Urban Intellectuals? You come to my website, you come to our website. We're friendly and accommodating, right? We're gonna respect you if you're coming in and showing an interest in us and our community, our people, and what we're doing. And I view it as nothing different. Here, tourism is a very important part of their um, living, and yeah, it's just something to think about, man. So, have any of you ever been to the continent? Let me ask you one question. Hmm. And I can say, if you, oh, if you've never had any Ethiopian food, I definitely recommend you go check it out. Right? I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I mean, a lot. Again, I'm eating Injera with beef tips. Give me a little dinner before I go to bed. It is 9:56. We went out last night. They are out tonight. I don't know what type of establishment they went to. We were going to a jazz spot here in Ethiopia. I think that might have been what they went to tonight. But when we went, it was actually closed. And then they sent us to a traditional Ethiopian show, and it was fantastic. So I got that video. I got to get that posted as well. But it's just been a beautiful experience, man. Getting outside of our comfort zone. I got my computer over here doing a little bit of work. Uh, that's the office over there, right? And just finishing up dinner. But it's just been a beautiful experience, and I just wanted to come on live because I never really do that on this platform, and encourage you to consider traveling more. And people say, "Oh my God, it's so expensive." Listen, what I understand now is people got money for anything that they want to have money for, right? And you got to save for a year. You got to save for a year, right? But if it's important to you, you put away a couple of $100 a month, and then next year this time you could be in Ethiopia having the experience. Or maybe it's 18 months. Maybe you need 2 years. It doesn't really matter what the time frame is. But if you're interested, we're coming back to Ethiopia later this year. I believe it's October. But if you go to sankofaexperiences.com, you can see our travel calendar. You can click that and see all of the places that we go. I know we're gonna be in Nigeria in September. No, I get that backwards. We're gonna be in Brazil in early September, having a Black History travel experience there. Then in late September, early October, we're gonna be in Nigeria for those are two more first time additions to our travel calendar. We take on Egypt, Morocco. Oh man, after this trip ends, we're going to be in Morocco doing that for the first time. But we take on Egypt, Morocco, Senegal, the Gambia, Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa, Tanzania, Kenya, and now Ethiopia. And then we've added Brazil, and it's on the verge of getting Colombia and Cuba up. Y'all really follow us. You know, I was in Cuba last year for the first time. Took my dad. He's 95 now. He was 94 at the time. It was August of 2024. We had a beautiful experience mixing with the Afro-Cubans, right? Like they're all over the globe, man. But when they show that camera and they tell you about these places, they make sure you're behind the camera. The people that look like you, they never talk to or about us. This is why urban intellectuals exist, because we have to tell our stories and our narrative from our perspective. This isn't about getting anyone to approve us, to give us, it's okay, y'all can do that. Oh, that's good. Listen, I'm not asking for your approval. We're not asking for your permission. We're not even asking you to like it. This is to anybody that don't like what we're doing or questioning it. This ain't got shit to do with you. This is all about us and the ready, willing, and able coming together and working together so that we can do what we know is important for us in our future. And that's literally my stance. And I'm unapologetic about it. And what allows us to do that is we don't accept white money. Listen, white people are they're welcome to purchase our products and do anything like that. But I ain't taking your grants. I ain't taking your subsidies. I'm not worried about getting into your retail systems or your shops so that then you can cut off our stream of money and customers anytime we say something or do something that you don't like. I know the trick because we watched history. We study what you've been doing. So we work directly with our consumers and our customers, and that allows us to be free. That allows us to say and do whatever we need is necessary. Um, and I understand that all money ain't good money. So if that's not your mentality, then don't try to lecture me on business. I have an MBA. I've run a company. I've been an entrepreneur since 2002. Right. Um, I've had two jobs in my life, one in high school, one in college. I'm an avid reader. Yeah, I mean, I'm open to learning. My cup is not full, but don't try to insist that we make our platform more palatable for others. I'm not into respectability politics. I don't want to play those games. I want to feed my people the information and knowledge that they need to empower them, period. That's what we're interested in, and that's what we're doing. And travel is a heavy part of that. So I want to invite you to Sankofa Experiences if you are interested in traveling the continent of Africa and the African diaspora.